meeting at the back entrance to the room. If you've not, please do so because it must be on the record. I'm Bob Tanner. The other board member tonight is Charles Fott, and I'm going to appoint him as a designated voting member from alternate. I'd like to introduce the following members. We have Matthew Puz, Zoning and Development Officer, Julie Maggio, Assistant Zoning and Development Officer, Jeremy Toman, Board Solicitor, Tamara Doxey, Court Reporter. After the presentation by the appellant, the board will hear from those in question of the appeal, those in favor, and those opposed. Any documents or evidence that's presented must be kept for a period of 60 days for our records, and after all the presentations are made, the board will recess. We'll then reconvene and make our decisions. The board has 45 days to render a decision, but they're usually made this evening. If you do not care to wait for a decision, you may call the zoning office in the morning after 8:30 a.m. I'd now ask that everyone please stand to be sworn in. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Please answer, I do. Thank you. Okay, we have 4 appeals for this evening. Number 1 is Appeal 25-27, Michael Filer, for property located at 402 Clifton Drive, seeking a variance to move an existing non-conforming garage or apartment and a height variance to increase the height of the existing non-conforming structure in the R1 single-family residential district. Please come up and state your name and address and tell us about this.
One procedural point, you'll see that there's only 2 board members that are participating today, and that's enough to establish quorum to have the meeting. However, in the event that there is a tie vote, like 1 votes in favor of the application, 1 votes to deny the application, then it's a deemed denial. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that before we get started. So if you would prefer to have the full complement of board members, all 3 board members, we could request you could request a continuation to the next meeting, which I believe is what, in December? Yeah. So if you're okay to proceed, then we'll just carry forward. But if you do not wish to proceed and you wish to seek out a continuation, just let us know before your presentation.
I don't see a problem.
It's December 3rd? Okay, sorry.
I don't see a problem.
Yeah.
Right, no.
Okay, if you could state your name and address, and then tell us about this.
Michael Filer, 402 Clifton Drive, Erie, 16505.
Okay.
I originally had a structure there. It was a garage with an apartment on the back, and over the winter I lost it, caved in. And,
Okay.
And I'm proposing to actually move the building, because that was set literally on the property line. I'm going to move it 21 feet off of the property line onto mine and about 13 foot off of my house. And I was going to put the apartment in the upstairs instead of the rear of the garage, because I'm going to keep it under 1,000 square foot of the footprint. So that's about where I'm at with that. And I just wondering.
Okay, so we've got 2 requests for variance. Number 1 is moving a non-conforming structure for any reason, for any distance shall conform to requirements of the zoning district. So that's the first one. So Matt, can you tell us a little bit about that side of it?
Yes, moving the non-conforming structure plus being a non-conforming use, as I read the ordinance, that would require authorization from the zoning hearing board, as it's not an administrative decision I can make.
Okay, so it's moving, I'm sorry, you said 21 feet?
21 feet off the property line.
So,
I guess if
go
we're
ahead.
moving it's no longer going to be a side yard setback issue. It's just the height issue is
Correct, that and the use.
in the use.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we're moving it on the same lot, so we know what's going on there. The second one is the garage or apartment permitted on the same lot as an existing dwelling. Now, there was a garage and an apartment on the lot
Correct.
as non-conforming, so we're looking to continue the non-conforming, but move it again in a different location. So it's kind of one and the same almost?
Correct. The ordinance would permit it to be reconstructed in the exact footprint. In this case, it's not in the exact footprint. Since
Okay.
it's moving, it would require a variance.
Because then there's also a note underneath that says structure to be increased 4 feet in height.
Correct.
So being an outbuilding, it was already over the permitted height, and it's going over by more. So,
Correct.
so it's really 2 requests, or is it?
Yes, the first request would be to move the structure, and the second one would be to increase it
Okay,
above the, well, the maximum height would be 20 foot. It was at 22 foot, and he's proposing to go an additional 4 feet.
and what was the size of the existing structure?
It was 26 by 42.
Okay. So our overall footprint is smaller,
Yes.
gotcha. And your reason for height is just,
Just because I'm putting the second floor on it to give the headroom up there.
okay. And technically, in this zoning district, a second dwelling unit is not permitted?
Correct.
So this is gonna be a garage only, is that correct?
Garage with an apartment on top. It's more of like an in-law apartment, I guess
Yeah.
you'd call it.
Apartment on top, okay,
Yep.
gotcha.
Okay, I think I understand everything. Chuck, do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions, no.
Jeremy,
Understand.
anything? Okay,
Okay.
okay, thanks. Anyone in the audience would like to speak on this? Okay. Moving on, we have appeal number 25-28, George T. Baldwin for property located at 2517 Sherwood Drive. Seeking a variance to expand, reestablish a nonconforming mobile home in an existing mobile home park.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, board members. My name is Isaac Baldwin. I'm here representing my father, George. My address is 3345 West 26th Street, Erie, PA, 16506. What we have here is a mobile home lot that was originally a mobile home lot. A few years ago, we demoed the mobile home that was on the lot. It was in poor repair. The roof was caving in. The tenant, our previous owner, moved out of it and left us with it. So we had to tear it down, and we didn't have the money then to buy a new mobile home and stick it on there. After a couple of years of recovering some money from the property, we've gained the funds to put a new mobile home on the property. It's just that this one's actually smaller than the last one, but it's been over a year since we demoed the other mobile home. So we're looking at setback issues.
Okay,
We're just trying to put a mobile home back on a mobile home lot.
so the setback is the same or larger than it was in all directions?
It's larger in all directions, it still doesn't meet the ordinance setbacks.
Understood.
It's
I
still
just-
smaller, yeah.
We've definitely encountered this in the past, and that's where I was trying to.
Yeah, overall,
You're not
overall smaller.
encroaching on setbacks any more than you were previously?
No, it's a smaller mobile home than was there before.
So the issue is the 1 year,
Correct. After 1 year,
and it's
it's
been
considered
gone for how
abandoned.
long?
Probably 2 to 5 years at least.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I understand, pretty straightforward, what you're asking for there. So with that, I'm gonna piggyback off of that, I'm assuming you're also presenting on the next.
Yes.
So on appeal number 25-29 for Diane L. Baldwin, property located at 2410 Rolla Home Drive, seeking to expand an existing non-conforming mobile home by more than 25%. So this is a little different, but similar situation.
Yes, sir. Do you want me to go through my name and everything again, or is that okay?
No, we've got
Okay.
that.
Okay. This mobile home issue is, we're trying to make 2 lots one. We had an existing lot at 2412 Roll Home that was vacant for years. That's probably been vacant for 7 to 10 years. And that had an electrical issue on it, so we just didn't fix it and put a new mobile home on it yet. The other one next door to it, 2410 Roll Home, was it was condemned and demolished. we're trying to basically combine the two lots and put a double-wide mobile home lot on it, or double-wide mobile home on it. This will give more space around it, except for the back setback. It should be within, almost within parameters, pretty close to what the setbacks would need for the sides and not quite the front. But I would be putting two single-wide mobile homes on it that would probably be bigger than this one. So overall, it's a smaller footprint than the two mobile homes.
Okay.
We're trying to get that whole line into double wides instead of single wides, so there's more room around everything.
Okay,
We've done it in the past, a few doors down.
okay, understood. Anything
I have no
further?
questions, no.
Jeremy? Okay, I don't think I have anything else right now, thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone in the audience would like to speak on this? Okay. Final appeal for this evening is Appeal 25-30, Nicholas Montagna for property located at 3713 Lancaster Road, seeking a side yard setback variance and a lot size variance to create a new lot in the R1 Single Family Residential District.
Hi, Nicholas Montagna, 3950 Sierra Drive.
Okay, tell us a little bit about what we're trying to do here.
Well, I own the property at 3713 Lancaster, and I want to break off the separate lot there that was back to original.
So at one point, that lot line was removed?
I don't even know if it was removed, to be honest. It's still on all the maps.
Matt, do you have any insight on that?
The dash line usually indicates that it's a historic line.
Okay,
So, at least from our records, it appears that it was combined into one lot. The county shows it as one lot as well.
okay. And that new lot would be 60 by 98, and,
No, the new lot will be 80. By two something.
The variance request is for the lot with the house on it.
Oh,
The
yes,
lot
yes,
being
yes,
80
yes.
by.
Yes, you're right,
Yes,
yes.
yeah.
so that would, right, because the other one, 80 by 258, is certainly complies, so the issue is the 60 by 98.
Correct, my
And,
mistake, yes.
yeah, no problem. So the proposed lot is 5,800. What is the requirement?
7,200, 60 by 120.
60 by 120, okay. And then the other thing is the side yard variance. What is proposed and what is it? Are you proposing a 0?
Yes. No, I was thinking if I had to add a little bit to that, I don't think I can add too much to it.
You're saying make that other lot a little, we'll call it a peculiar shape.
A little
So,
bit,
so
yeah.
cut down the front.
Right.
So maybe when we talk about, a variance, 7 down to 5 or 7 down to, something, but going right to 0, you actually run into some building code requirements, not that that's the purview of this area here, but, to put a home right on, now you're talking combustible and everything else, that creates a lot of issues. Have you looked into any of that?
I have not.
So you deal with that down in Kelso Beach and areas like that where, when it's less than 5 feet between structures, they have to be, combustible.
There's gonna be more than 5 feet between the structures.
So I guess my question would be, if we only need 7,200 square feet, let's do some math on this. So if we're 60 feet, trying to figure out is, so 7,200 is the requirement. And we're proposing 5,882. Shortage of 1318. I'm just wondering why. I mean, you'd be at least split in the middle if the other lot was a 75 foot and then had a little dog leg in it, you'd at least, be split in the middle between the shortage and you'd have a 5-foot setback. I mean, it seems like it'd be a little closer to what we're seeing.
I know what you're saying, yeah. So it'd be, yeah. But the only, yeah,
And 75 foot of frontage, I mean, you can still not have a problem fitting anything on the property next door. You still got 50 foot of house.
well, if I do put on it, the house length is 55, is what I'd like to throw up there.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. 75, you'd be 60 foot
Yeah,
of house.
yeah.
Because you have 15 foot setback. Side to yard setback combined? Or what is it?
7 foot.
7 and
foot.
7, so 14?
Correct.
Okay, so if it was only 75 foot wide, you'd have 61 foot of house to play with and you put a 55 foot house. I'm just saying that, to be honest, that's kind of where I come from is, a 0 foot, I don't want to speak for Charles, but I mean, a 0 foot is something that's pretty tough to swallow, but if you had, does the township have a problem if it was 75 foot wide at the front and then it jogged 5 foot at the back of the next yard property, then went back, that shape?
Generally, no, that would be under the purview of the supervisors as part of the subdivision and land development ordinance. But as long as it meets depth to width ratio,
Does that meet the
irregular
depth-
shaped lot wouldn't necessarily be,
Yeah, does that meet the depth to width ratio?
yes, it's 3 to 1. That would be,
Should be 75.
yeah, oh yeah, that's almost 1 to 1 for the house with the lot. The
No, you'd be
new lot would be, let's
Be
see.
3.44.
Yeah, so it'd be slightly over. The Board of Supervisors may grant a modification for the.
But either way, it wouldn't comply, even at 80 foot, it doesn't comply, you'd need a modification,
Correct.
because you'd be over it, so it wouldn't change much. You'd be open to a situation like that,
Adding 5 to the other one?
making it 65, then still leaves you a 75-foot lot. That way we at least have a 5-yard setback.
Making that just a postage stamp? Or you're talking the 5 foot going all the way back?
No, not all the way back, because we wouldn't want that, because you'd have 5 foot of property that
That's
has
what I
no
mean.
use.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, I'm talking about,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
so you'd have, the north lot, 3713, be 75 foot in the front and 80 foot in the back. So you'd have a little 5-foot jog at it, but then you at least get to a little closer, makes it a little bit more palatable, you know what I mean? It gets you over 6,000 square feet, 6,400 square feet, something like that, and gets you to the other lot is still very much buildable,
Right.
what you're looking to do.
So that new parcel would be 65 by 98.
65 by 98, yes, and then the other one would be 75 at the front, and then you'd have a jog at the 98 mark over 5 feet. It still requires a variance, which we can vote on, you know what I mean, but that to me is a palatable variance.
Can't
And
squeeze a
you'd have
little
to
more?
get a new survey. So
Can't go a little more? No, if that's what we gotta do, then that's what we gotta do.
Well, I mean, it's under discussion, and we'll vote on it and
Makes more
establish a number,
sense.
but just wanted to talk about it. I don't want to have a situation where it's rigid and, hey, it's only this, and then we have to vote yes or no. I would rather have a little open dialogue on it.
Right.
Yeah,
No, yeah,
okay,
if that's what we gotta do to make it work, then
okay,
I think I'm okay with it.
okay. All right, you have any other questions, Charles?
No, I don't. No.
So just to confirm, I guess we're looking at that application, we're amending that application, and instead of I guess the 7-foot, variance request for side yard, we're only seeking a
Two.
2-foot. Okay, are you okay with that?
Yeah, yeah. You're talking the 2-foot on the,
It would be 5, I mean, it would be I guess the proposed parcel, the new parcel would be 65 by 98.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have the map in front of me. I didn't bring it with me.
Yeah. So a 2-foot away from the 7-foot requirement is what we're saying, 2-foot. The variance is 2 foot, which would leave you with a 5-foot setback.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Okay.
And then the other variance then is the size requirement, we would still
Right.
have to
We have to amend the,
amend
That.
that to the square footage based on that 65 by 98.
right. Okay.
Matt, does he have to reapply for this?
No, no, it can be amended
Yep.
at the hearing.
Yeah, as long as you're okay with that, then that's how the board will proceed in terms of its deliberations in the back.
Well, yeah, I want to make everything happy, make everybody happy.
Yeah, yeah, because we're looking at trying to, the minimum, deviance from,
Yeah.
the required setbacks. And so if you're telling us like, hey, you can make it work, and that you can't make any, additional feet, footage, like, to go with the full 7 feet, if you're saying, hey, I can't do that, the most I can do is the 5 feet, then that's what we would take, or that's what the board would
Yeah,
take
I don't
into
think,
consideration.
I don't think I'd want to go any more than that,
Than the 5 feet?
yeah,
Okay.
to be honest.
Yep, that still allows you to fit a home next to, you're not making the unusable next door or things like that, and I think ends as a good situation, so. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank,
Anyone in the audience like to speak on this?
Good evening. My name is Dalton Fulton. I live at 3705 Lancaster.
Okay.
And listening to you guys talk and adjust this property, I kind of object to it because my house is right there. My house is only 3 feet from the property line. And if you shrink that lot down and he puts a house in there, where's this gonna go? I have no idea what kind of house or what he's gonna do, so I'm asking you to deny this right now, because I just don't think it's gonna work.
Deny it altogether?
Yes. Yeah, you've sat here and you've adjusted it for him, so, I don't understand how that works, but I hear if he goes to put a house in, he's gotta move a new house over closer to me.
You would have a 7-foot setback requirement on that side,
Okay,
unless he applied for a variance, which, that would be a different situation, but by township rules, he'd be 7 feet away. Like you stated, you're only 3 feet away, he would have to be 7 feet away.
well, my house is 3 feet. Must have been different rules at that time, I don't know.
Yeah, hard to say on that, I don't know.
But, what I'm afraid of is, he's a contractor, and he's already got this other house there that he just fixed up. And, it's right on the property line, and you have to forgive me because I'm having to think here a little bit while I'm going on, so.
Oh, sure thing.
He's a contractor, he rents the other house out, and if he puts in another house, he's gonna rent that out. And then that's giving us a change in the neighborhood. I mean, one-family house, fine, I always figured there'd be another house built there closer to me, which wouldn't be a problem, but I also figured that the other one would be tore down because it was in very bad shape. He has fixed it up, but that's,
Yeah.
so,
So if we were to force him to subdivide the lot differently so that it did meet the side yard setback and did meet the lot size, what that would do, and the reason why I propose something different, is that would actually leave less space in the lot behind you, which in turn would probably have that house closer to the 7-foot line. So that's why I thought it might be a win-win even for your situation. You know what I'm saying? So if it's a 75-foot wide lot that remains at 3713, and he centers a house on there, maybe it's further than 7 feet off the line. The narrower that lot gets, which would still meet requirements, now all of a sudden that pushes the home right up to the minimum setback toward yours. So I think it could be a detriment toward you if that lot gets narrower.
Well, that's what I'm afraid of, because it, you know, the value, reduces the value of my house.
Right.
And I want to be very careful. I'm not trying to,
Yeah.
you know, he paid good money for the place, and he's got to get his money back somehow. I can't blame him. But I just want to be careful with what's going on. And I want to make you guys aware of, I guess I would like you to turn it down, maybe rethink this for a while.
If we turn it down, he would be in his rights to develop it in strict accordance, which makes the lot next to you narrower. I just want to make sure you understand what could happen. If we were to turn it down, he could make that, apply for that lot to be maybe at 70 feet wide, which makes the lot next to you a little narrower, and then be able to build a home without any variance required at all. And now you have a narrower lot next to you rather than being as wide as possible. So I don't know what your feelings are on that. I mean, it's not like he's asking for a variance to be able to build a home there. He can build a home there if this is subdivided, but to do it in strict accordance, he'd be narrowing up that lot next door to you.
Well, I want you the board to give it some thought about what's going to go on, because this is a new thing to me. And I'll tell you why. Years ago, I had the opportunity to buy that lot, and when I came down to the board, they said absolutely not, because that's 80 foot, and if you split that off, the other house doesn't have 80 foot, and it wouldn't be any good. So I didn't buy the place, and
Okay.
and I don't understand, you know, all these variances now to put two houses in there I guess is what I'm kind of against.
I can't speak to what would have happened before. We're only judging it off of
I
what the current
understand.
zoning ordinance is.
but
And that's why I wanted to be sure from your behalf, if we were to deny this, I'm not saying what Mr. Montagna is going to do, but there's a good chance that he could try to widen that southern lot, which makes the lot next to you narrower. So now all of a sudden the home is tighter on the lot next to you. So I don't want to infer what way you would feel about that, but I trying to find, you know, happy mediums and win-wins that work for everyone, and that's where I felt this hedges, but.
Well, this is what you kind of proposed to him, was to make it 75 foot at the front, right? 75 foot frontage, is that it?
75-foot frontage.
Okay. I don't know. I'd probably have to talk to him about because I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what his plans are, you know? And if you adjust it to 75 foot, there wouldn't be anything I could do anyway, so. I'd like to, you know, have time to talk to him about what he might do.
The variance would be for the lot size, not what he's going to put on it. I mean, we wouldn't have, what he would put on it would have to meet the zoning code, which is R1.
Yes,
So single-family residential home is what would fit within that?
correct.
Okay, so I mean, that's what he would have the opportunity to do, would be to build a new residential home.
Okay, well, I guess that's all I have then.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Is there anyone else like to speak on this? Anyone else like to speak on this? No? Okay. We're going to take a recess and we'll be back. Okay, let the record show we reconvened at approximately 6:43. On appeal number 25-27, Michael Fowler, do I have a motion?
I move to approve.
Make a motion?
I make a motion to approve.
I will second that. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So moved. On appeal number 25-28, George T. Baldwin, do we have a motion?
I have a motion to approve.
I second that motion. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? So moved. Appeal number 25-29, Diane Baldwin, do I have a motion?
I move to approve.
Make a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
I will second that. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So moved. On appeal number 25-30, Nicholas Montagna, I will make a motion to approve the amended application with the lot becoming a 65-foot wide lot, which is a 2-foot side yard setback variance. The lot size therefore becoming 6,372 square feet, which is an 827 square foot size variance. This all being subject to a subdivision approval by the township. Do I have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So moved. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I move to motion to adjourn.
I second. All in favor? Aye. So moved.